Hey guys, it's Coach. Welcome to another episode of Coach Treks, and I am doing this episode alone today. Ms. Coach is not with us, and to save some time and keep this video as short as possible, I decided to run this one without an intro. But we're taking another Pulmonia ride through Mazatlan, Mexico, and this is actually the opposite side of the street from the Pulmonia ride that we took you on prior. Which is down the Malecon. You can see the Malecon just over on our left, and to the right this is everything that you didn't get to see on the other video, the other side of the street, just to show you what it's like here in Mazatlan, some of the shops and homes and different things that you may be able to see as we go up this road here. And we've got a fun drinking game if you're so inclined today. You can take a shot every time that you see new construction. And that new construction, I'll point it out to you as we go, but if you've been wondering about the economic development in this part of the world, well, you're going to see quite a bit today. And in fact, this park right here is where we turned in our former video on the Pulmonia ride and saw that pretty significant car accident. If you haven't seen that video, just go over to our channel and watch that Pulmonia video, and you'll see not only the Malecon, but you'll see some interesting parts of downtown, and you will also see that car accident that we were talking about there. And public service message, by the way, if you do play the drinking game, don't drink and drive. However, you can drink and ride a Pulmonia, just don't fall out because there's no doors. And Mrs. Coach's favorite store, she calls it XOXO. I don't know how she gets that from it, but anyway, the convenience stores here in Mazatlan, we frequented those several times during our stay. You got a Starbucks coffee. And get the shots ready, folks, because the new construction is coming up on the right hand side. New construction going up almost everywhere we went in Mazatlan during this trip, which was in April of 2023. More new construction coming up on the right, and there's another behind it and another one down that street in case you missed that one. There's 3 more shots. Regardless of your tolerance, I'm pretty sure this will put you under long before we get finished with the video. More new construction, and of course they're clearing a lot here to start building here as well. We're getting ready to pass a Pulmonia. Actually, some of them do have the little doors, so the ones we rode, though, none of the ones we rode the entire week had the little doors, but the one we just passed did. Maybe look for a regular taxi if you're intoxicated. Casinos. There's several casinos here in Mazatlan, and a Domino's. You know, this is pretty much like any other city that you'd go to anywhere in the world. There's going to be some really nice places. There's going to be some rundown places. People are just going about their daily life. And, you know, I thought what made Mazatlan really nice as we come up on some additional new construction, several here, is that the people here were incredibly friendly, and this did not feel so touristy like when we went to Cancun For example, that city felt very, very touristy and was actually also pretty expensive. We felt Mazatlan was a much better experience, a little more authentic. Sure, there's plenty of businesses targeted toward tourism here, but those businesses, are to me, it just wasn't as aggressively touristy, and I don't really know how to put it any better than that. Than when we went to Cancun, it was very much a tourist mecca. Mazatlan's a little under the radar. A lot of people have never been there. A lot of people have never even heard of this city. When we tell people where we went on vacation, most people are saying they never heard of it. More new construction coming up. We kind of like the fact that a lot of people have never heard of it. It was not nearly as crowded as some of the other tourist destinations we visited in the past. The beaches were not crowded. It was just a really, really good time here in Mazatlan. When we get finished with all the videos, as you see some more new construction starting here, we are going to do a recap video and just basically sit down and tell you guys what we thought of the area overall. If you've been watching all the videos on our playlist so far, you can probably tell that we really did like this area and definitely would come back. And in fact, when we retire, hopefully within a couple years or less, we hope to travel a lot, do some slow travel to different places around the world. And we've both talked about this and agreed that Mazatlan will be a place that we could go and spend a lot more than even 6 months. I could see Mazatlan being on the short list of places we might want to even set up as a home base at some point in the future for us. We have considered the expat lifestyle and living outside the U.S., where it's much, much cheaper to live. And when you've got U.S. savings and you're living in an area that's not nearly as expensive to live, you can live a pretty incredible lifestyle for the cost of just a modest lifestyle in the United States. So that's definitely something we're considering, although we have not yet made final determination on that. More new construction as we start toward the area where we stayed in the hotel. We're getting close to the end of the Malecon here. And I said hotel, we actually stayed in an Airbnb. And if you want to see that, that was an oceanfront condo. That's the most viewed video on our channel. So head on over again and take a look at that. And it was the very first time we'd ever stayed in an Airbnb. So it was a great experience for us, and it was a really nice place. More new construction. How you guys doing with the shots? No one said you had to use an adult beverage, by the way. You could just be taking a shot of your coffee or whatever drink of preference you have. Building on the left there's pretty unique. You can just barely see it through the window. Some really interesting architecture here. The Mazatlan sign is also over to the left as the beginning point of the Malecon on that side heading south. We're at the northernmost point of the Malecon here. And of course the golden arches. Keep in mind any of the pricing that you see, they'll have a dollar sign in front of them, but they are Mexican pesos. And when we went, it was about 20 to 1, roughly. It was easy to calculate at 20 to 1. It was really about 19 to 1. But basically for every $1 US, we could get about 19 Mexican pesos. Pizza Hut. And yet another of the Mrs. Coach's favorite stores there. Casino on the left. And coming up on Burger King. So you certainly would not miss some of your comforts from home if you came and spent a lot of time in a place like this. You've got Chinese restaurants like you see there on the right, all the pizza places, burger places. There's all kinds of Americanized food here if that's what you want. Of course, we try to stay away from those places for the most part during our week to experience the cuisine here in Mazatlan. As we get close to the end of this ride, I just want to thank all of you guys for watching and ask you to go to our channel, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you get notified when we post our next video. We'll see you next time on Coach Treks.